story. Let's actually adjust the camera right now. Get a little bit lower. Oops, don't want to drop it. Right now, I'm just going to work on the bottom half of Joe here right now and just get that kind of rolled away. So, as of right now, I already did the upper half and got that all set up. And now I'm just going to do the bottom half. And, oh, one other thing. If you guys are not really not really hearing me or hearing me clearly or straight or anything like that, feel free to let me know. If I'm if some things are too loud, just give me a heads up. I'm going to try. I'm still adjusting with like the volume and everything around here.
Rugby's family Rakib.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Thank you for popping in and just saying hi and all that stuff and all that stuff. Well, if you probably don't know who I am, my name is Calvin Nye, and I'm the writer and comic book artist for Calvin Nye Comics. How's your day been? Also, just let me know if some things are like a little bit too loud or anything like that. Because I'm still working on the quick little layout of everything, and then just like getting that all set up. And let me just adjust my camera. Maybe just joint this neck a little bit. Hold on a second. So, how's your day been? Anything exciting? And if you want, feel free to come in ahead and chat with me. And if there's anything that you want me to watch or anything like that, just feel free to just you know, make the stream a little bit more entertaining. Make it your home too. I'm currently working on a couple of comic books here and there, and all that other stuff. Um, and also I'm down to it. Thank you. If you ever want to, just always check out a few of the links on my stuff. I'm also you can easily purchase the previous issues of Joe Hero and just make that and just help me out in that way and just buy digital copies of my book. And so I'm just kind of like working on here and just making also trying to like get the stream going up. Like you could literally see like all the progress that I'm doing. Oh, one other thing. How's the volume? Is the audio part like too loud for you guys or anything like that for when the thing replies back? I think I'm putting in a little bit of music, okay? So what made you want to follow me in the first place, Ready? I'm gonna give some reference for a second, so feel free to just like get engaged and having a chat with me. I'm usually not good with like actually having conversations myself, but I would like to get to know the people who watch me and also just kind of get me in the flow of everything else. Okay, there we go. Now let's see, what is this setup? Okay, there we go. Um, Let me just double quick check a few things that I want to check on the stream, making sure I'm not like blasting music at you guys.
Nye Comics test. Nye Comics test. Nye Comics test.
It seems to be doing pretty well. All right, cool. And just gonna do one quick little fix up right here and double check it on stuff. Okay, well, that seems to be doing pretty well right now. Alright. I'm not going to worry about the audio for like for that stuff, but yeah, you know, making the days easier on my head. I'm probably going to be here for like another hour or so, not make it too crazy or anything else like that. Let's see if I can actually zoom in a little bit better. Actually, that viewing looks a little bit messy. Okay, so yeah, that actually looks much better. Nice. Okay, that should basically help me out a lot more. So feel free to ask me any questions or anything like that. I should probably do a quick little post on my on whatever it's called. Where is my cell phone? Where's my cell phone? Where's my cell phone? Oh, there it is, all the way back there. Ah, screw it. There you go. Okay. if you're wondering what reference I use for a lot of my stuff, I look at Albert Dorn stuff, and because he makes like the best heads right now. I mean, out of all the artists I could ever think of, like he's probably the best one to always keep an eye on this type of stuff. You probably won't know his work unless you like look up master artists, but comparing to a lot of other people that you think of, it's like this guy has it down, and it makes it super impressive. I wish I could be at least like half as good as he is. Oh. Let's see, any kitties coming in? Nope. Oh well. There's one. Hmm. Yeah, it seems no one's really out for talking, but you know, let's get something fun to watch.
slasher, every single tense, thrilling moment in cinema, well, I've got a fair few new ones for you to check out. You might not have heard of them. So with this in mind, I'm Jules, this is WhatCulture.com, and these are the 10 weirdest horror movies you've never heard of. Number 10, Black Sheep. On a sheep farm in New Zealand, Henry begins to suffer from a crippling phobia of sheep, courtesy of a cruel prank from his brother, Angus. Years later, he returns to sell the farm only to find out that Angus has started performing experiments on said sheep that turns them into carnivorous monsters. An incredibly unique comedy horror, Black Sheep is a B-movie of the highest order, but it's kept in check by its revolting humour and strange, almost body horror-esque narrative. It's also genuinely frightening in places, with the animals biting the odd assortment of heroes and turning them into twisted were-sheep. It's an outrageous premise to be sure, but it's crafted with such a great grasp of comedy and gore that it ends up working as a whole. Now, Black Sheep needs to be checked out for the sheer premise alone, but it should also be said that you'll find a bit more to love than the sheer insanity playing out before you. It's that good. Number 9, Bad Taste. Before he was telling epic stories about hobbits, wizard, and an all-powerful ring, Peter Jackson worked around New Zealand creating no-budget horror and comedy films that really have to be seen to be believed. The most bizarre of his early work is Bad Taste, a sci-fi comedy horror that really lives up to its name. The basic premise sees aliens come to Earth to harvest the bodies of humans for food, and we follow a group of unassuming protagonists as they race to stop the infestation.
Where I'd record music from my hi-fi.
Darkly funny. But you know what? Bad Taste is by no means a good film, but it does bring with it the charm of a young director just having some fun and making what he wanted. Jackson stars in the film alongside his own off-screen friends as a means of cutting costs, and the finished fun and making what he wanted. Jackson stars in the film alongside his own off-screen friends as a means of cutting costs, and the finished fun and making what he wanted. Jackson stars in the film alongside his own off-screen friends as a means of cutting costs, and the finished fun and making. But it was partially banned in Australia because of its excessive gore and violence. Today, it's one of the most But it was partially banned in Australia because of its excessive gore and violence. Today, it's one of the most But it was partially banned in Australia because of its excessive gore and violence. Today, it's one of the most
I don't know if that's because of my audio, or is that because, like,
bonkers films in Jackson's otherwise mainstream filmography.
or other stuff?
Number 8, Nightbreed. Clive Barker is one of the most inventive and twisted writers and filmmakers out there, and Nightbreed stands out as one of his most bizarre and underrated creations. It has grisly violence, disturbing imagery, and monsters whose appearances will stay with you long after the credits have finished rolling, and it's also incredibly odd. The film follows a guy called Boone, a mental patient who is tricked into thinking that he's an infamous serial killer. In his disbelief and desperation, he hides with a tribe of monsters called the Nightbreed, and after being killed by the police, is then reborn as a member of the tribe. The metaphors about good versus evil and humans being the real monsters out there are fairly on the nose, and Nightbreed occasionally suffers from more than a clunky narrative, but with its striking visuals, daring plot, and spine-tingling characters, it's not a film that you're likely to forget, and shows Barker at the height of his imaginative talents. Number 7, Santa's Sleigh. So here's the story. In Santa's Sleigh, Father Christmas is depicted as the son of Satan, cursed by an angel to deliver presents and joy to children around the world for 1,000 years. And the year is now 2005, and Santa's curse is finally coming to an end, meaning that he's free to relive his evil, murderous past. Santa's Sleigh is an insanely silly and odd film, but it's also weirdly creepy and unashamedly violent. It acts as a comedy horror slasher film in which Santa kills his victims using Christmas-inspired means of execution, such as drowning people in eggnog, killing people with a Christmas tree, and then beating others to death with turkeys. Sure, it's not going to win any awards for its genius, but it's the ultimate so bad it's good horror flick. Completely carefree and just bizarre enough to collect a fan base. And obviously, yes, you probably noticed by now, that is Bill Goldberg, the wrestler, as Santa, who is killing people. Need I say more? Number 6. Zombies. Also known as Wasting Away, zombies, takes a tired subgenre and injects something new and fun into the premise. The film follows a group of zombies and shows life, or technically death, from their perspective. In their eyes, they're just normal people, but to those around them, they're bloodthirsty undead. From the zombies' view, the film is shot in colour, but from the perspective of those around them, they're black and white homages to the works of George A. Romero. Now, zombie comedies are a pretty old and mostly worn genre, definitely peaking around the time of Shaun of the Dead. But Zombies has no problem trying something slightly new and intriguing. Of course, there are moments where the narrative trips itself up, and some of the themes don't mesh too well over the course of the film, but all told, it's a satisfying and amusing little flick. Number 5. Slugs. Based on the novel of the same name by Sean Hudson, Slugs sees a sleepy town overrun with vicious slugs born from toxic waste. The slugs kill the locals in increasingly grisly ways, offering up some gory special effects and some very dark humor in the process. Now in horror, there have been many bizarre sources of murder and rampage, including a killer couch and a runaway tire, but Slugs takes inspiration from the absolute extreme, creating horror out of the most unassuming and unthreatening of creatures. Slugs is nuts, but it also doesn't take itself too seriously and manages to craft some genuinely horrifying and unsettling sequences. Though over 30 years old, the graphics and practical effects are still just as biting and squirm-inducing as they were back in the 80s. Slugs is a B-movie horror monster, with no issues excepting its strangest aspects, and if you're after a bit of mindless 80s fun, it couldn't be better. Number 4. The Happiness of the Katakuris. If you're after the weirdest film that you can get your hands on, it might be worth checking out the Japanese horror comedy musical The Happiness of the Katakuris. Now, The Happiness sees an odd and twisted family running a bed and breakfast who are then confronted with the fact that their guests keep dying. Wanting to save their business, the family starts burying the deceased guests on the grounds, and their own lives become more and more strained by this added pressure. The Happiness of the Katakuris is maddeningly strange, alternating between surreal comedy, oddball horror, and perplexing musical numbers without a single pause. Though this makes it sound uneven and too strange for its own good, the film's bold innovation and delirious entertainment value makes it work at every turn, even if you can't really understand what the hell is actually happening. Number 3. The Lure. The Lure is an adult retelling of Hans Christian Andersen's The Little Mermaid. In it, two mermaid sisters come up to land and start working as strippers at the local nightclub. Whilst there, one of the mermaids falls in love with a musician and works to make him love her back by any means necessary. What follows is a dark tale of acceptance and identity, a disturbing visual feast masquerading as a mysterious fantasy. There's sex, blood, and crazy nightlife, and there's also a ton of violence and bizarre rehashes of mythology. The Lure works so well as an original slice of horror, as well as a refreshing tackling of its biggest influence. And though there is a pretty awkward narrative structure running through it, it's just strange and unique enough to hold your attention through its most surreal revelations and twists. Number 2. Bite. In this deeply unsettling body horror, a young woman called Casey is bitten by an unseen creature whilst vacationing in Costa Rica. When she returns home, she begins to horrifically mutate, her senses heightening, her nightmares growing, and her humanity slipping away. Like an insect, she starts laying eggs around her apartment and loses the need for basic human necessities. Bite is a dark and very disturbing horror flick, complete with horrific visuals of deterioration and gore. As Casey becomes more and more mutated, her friends and family keep checking on her, only to be killed one by one. As far as body horrors go, it doesn't do much new from a plot standpoint, but with its increased gore and deeply uncomfortable scenes of violence and physical decay, it's definitely one of the subgenre's most bizarre and scary offerings. And number 1, Tokyo Gore Police. With Tokyo Gore Police,
Oh my
what you
god, I
see
remember
is
that
what
one.
you get, and then some. In a futuristic Japan, a special branch of police officers are tasked with hunting down mutated creatures called engineers, monsters created by the sadistic Key-Man. Among this new police force is a woman desperately searching for the assassin who killed her father. With an insane amount of violence and gore and brilliant practical effects bringing to life such twisted creatures as Dog Girl, Snail Girl, and Alligator Girl, Tokyo Gore Police is a relentless splatter action and a grotesque horror. The action is great, and the horror imagery even more so. Tokyo Gore Police is exactly what it says on the tin, and never tries to be anything other than a carefree tale of blood, monsters, corruption, and revenge. It's twisted, sick, and endlessly strange, and it's probably one of the weirdest and most original horror films that you've probably never seen. And there we go, my friends. Those were 10 of the weirdest horror movies that you've probably never heard of. I hope that you enjoyed that, and please let me know down below if you've seen all of these, and if so, what you think of them. As always, I've been Jules, so you can go follow me over on Twitter at RetroJ with a 0, or you can swing by Live and Let's Dice. It's my personal gaming channel where I stream every single Wednesday and Sunday. It'd be great to see you over there, my friend. But before I go, just want to say one thing. Treat yourself with love and respect, my friends, because you deserve that. We all do as human beings, and do not let anything or anyone else tell you otherwise, okay? Now go out there and smash it, you big ledge. I believe in you. As always, I've been Jules. You've been awesome. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
We're going to war. I've never been afraid to swing.
Captain, a speedster is broken out of prison again. We could sure use your super help.
I wish I could barbecue, but it's just not a good time.
Would you like to talk about it? I do know the terrible
you, Ghost Robot, but I'm better now.
Quit your belly itching and get your sun-kissed butt back here, you worthless, weak, wiggly worm!
I think that's US's way of saying he misses you, Cap. We all do.
I appreciate that, gang. I promise I'll be back as soon as...
Sweet! Boy, you were totally right about that lube. Slipped on like a glove.
Damn, Cap. Another one?
Well, I'm gonna go down to the ground floor and look for the police lights, apparently. Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome back to At Dead of Night. I need to go get my radio. And also, I'm sorry it's been so long since the last episode. If you hadn't heard, I broke my foot, and it's had some weird side effects, so I haven't been doing 100%, but I'm gonna get back into this because it has been way too long, so expect a lot of episodes coming at you very quickly about this game because I don't want to let it get forgotten as I've got more videos that I need to do and other projects that I need to work on and other stuff that I need to get going, and also I need to watch out for Jimmy. Okay, I don't even know what floor I'm on. Okay, so I need to go to the first floor. Wait, what floor am I on? No, I'm on the first floor. Okay, so this is good. I need to get to the first floor storeroom so I can get my radio and so I can get back to doing what I need to do. Everything's good. So far, so good. Okay.
Actually, not.
I don't know why he consistently leaves it in here. It's kind of stupid of him. But then again, he doesn't seem like the smartest dude. Alright, got that. Now,
Let's change it to jump
I need
scares.
to... Let me look at this one more time. G. Okay, so I need...
Yeah, okay.
Something appears to be, but it's the white key, man.
Hear ye, people and common folk, how I have ended up on this yoke. Before you stands the king's great jester, a starlight poet until yester. But all of a sudden, oh what a drag, the king understood my every gag. This of course caused some commotion, all because of that one potion. At once his royal highness knew, the joke's on him, and I was through. He drove me forth with arrows and slings, 'twas then I knew. Red Bull gave him wings.
If you've ever wondered how Mint Mobile can be any good for just $15 a month, consider that we don't spend millions of dollars naming stadiums. We don't spend millions of dollars on retail stores or sexy yet practical employee uniforms. And instead of paying a celebrity millions of dollars to endorse our brand, we convinced one to pay us.
Hey, guy.
But the point is, we only spend on network technology that's second to none. And that's why we can afford to give you more for less. Stop by a Mint Mobile store today. Oh, right.
Fuck this game, we're not playing this.
Oh my fucking god! What the fuck, bro? Jesus! It's still following me. Oh no! It's still coming! Ah! What am I doing? Run! Dude! Oh shit! Oh my god, I'm dead! What am I doing? No! Oh! Sorry! Ah! Yo!
door's open. Oh my, you cunt, bitch, little fucking goblin motherfucker. Be moved around. What the fuck? That looks like someone ate the handle and shat it out. Holy fuck, what was that shit? What the fuck? What the fuck? I was not expecting.
Alright, fuck it, bye. Wait, what is this for? Oh. Let me guess. Oh, god damn it! Stop!
I think it just fixed the steam in that section. I'm not sure what that scurrying was. He's here.
Ah! Oh yeah!
Alright, I think it's time for me to go to bed. Good night.